today. From M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland.
The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC Wildcard game. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
Let's face it, it doesn't matter if you're a rookie free agent or a 15-year vet. Guiding a team to victory on the road in the playoffs, that's no small feat. And it's going to be really important for him to play mistake-free football. But equally important, create some big plays as well to give his team confidence that they can win.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. Open man is Myers. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The number 8, Lamar Jackson, trotting onto the field at quarterback to lead this Ravens offense.
And he comes into this wild card round off of a really good regular season, better than 30 touchdown passes. And he said he feels like he can take some shots against the secondary. In fact, in our meeting, he said not only can he take shots, he expects to do it early. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. And right away, he lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And this one will be brought back to the 22. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it? A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. And a good job by the Raider defense yet again as they drop him for a 2nd straight loss. On 3rd down, Jackson. It's caught by Isaiah Likely. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10. I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Throwing is Jackson. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Fielded at the 20. Oh, he's taken down here by his face mask by the looks of it. And a penalty flag is going to give him much better starting position. What was that,
So that a free 15 yards.
And it's always a tough one as a defender because a lot of the penalties that you commit, pass interference, holding, when they happen, you actually know what you're doing. But a face mask penalty, a lot of times it's inadvertent, but it still costs you the same amount of yardage.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll make it a second down. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to fourth down.
And partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's third down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So yes, your definition is apropos in this case.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he'll be out of bounds right at about the 10-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he is going to get the first down, it looks like, as he's up to the 12.
3rd and 2, right? So this is a situation where low man has got to win at the line of scrimmage, but it's not just the low man winning. It's the low man who's winning with some force, and they had that to pick up the first down.
Barely picking it up, but they did. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. On the counter now, it's Dobbins. And he'll be taken down at the 18. The Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down. To throw is Jackson. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
We're scoreless after 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They go back to the ground with Dobbins. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's a give to Dobbins. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. So they need 2 yards here on 3rd down. Remember, they're already 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. Jackson. A throw taken in by Tylan Wallace. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
On 2nd and 12, Jackson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's got another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 24-yard line. from the gun, Jackson. Here it's complete. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So give him the yardage on the completion and also tack on 15 more.
If you give that hand up there, you've got to let go immediately or just not close the hand at all. He didn't, gave it a tug, and that was easy for the officials to see.
And good pressure defensively to stop him for a loss of a couple. Now there's also a flag to go with it. A terrible spot for a holding call as he'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Here's Jackson. Being chased out left. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson scampering home from 19 yards out. And the Ravens will strike first here in this wild card matchup. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And it was capped off by the touchdown run that came from Lamar Jackson. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. He's going to let this one go deep. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A big play there for the Raiders.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. 3rd down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard. They'll set up to throw. Dumps it off to Edwards. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He did his best to just get 4 out, but not enough. And now 4th down. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was net end down. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away. I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. Option play, and they'll hand to Dobbins. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. They'll run with Sanders. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl.
He'll dump this off complete to Dobbins.
And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A couple of first downs on the drive already as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Again, Jackson to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. This is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing 3rd and goal. Jackson. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And the Raiders are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. The Raiders going to use one of them outs as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Lets this go for Renfro downfield. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Back to throw here. They'll roll him out right. Into the secondary, past the 40. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. Carlson able to put this one through. And that will do it for this first half. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We had great action yesterday, and this, the first of 3 more games coming at you. Let's get it back to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field, and he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say, well, get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little and kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the third quarter. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball down? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second. Now it's Jackson. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll check this down to Dobbins out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he'll get this away into the AC winner air. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out, and now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
They'll set up a throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Myers. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Forced out to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He finds his man, complete. It's Mayer. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. On play action, they'll throw. Out to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Trenton Simpson able to get in there and drop him behind the line. Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Vegas. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. The last couple of drives have ended in punts. Maybe the crowd minds that, but you're a defensive guy. You're okay with a couple of punt drives.
Listen, I'm the guy that loves a 0-0 pitch.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Traven Merrig. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. CD, he tried to kind of lob that one in there. It looked pretty going through the air. The problem was it was in the air a little bit too long.
Yeah, that's a tough one because for that type of a route and what he tried to do and needed to do, he had to put a little air under it, and the defense.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up second. Now back to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. And a loss of couple on the sack, but now it'll bring up third down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. And that is incomplete. Fine work by the Baltimore defense to help bring up 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
The kick by Carlson is good, and they jump back in front here. It's 9-7. All 9 points for him coming via the field goal, and this last one puts him out in front.
All the field goals are great, but you know I'm going to get pessimistic here, right? Because you've got to score touchdowns to win games in the NFL. I just wonder if all these field goals are great now, or if they'll come back and haunt them later on.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Divine Diablo there to make the stop. To throw on 2nd and 6. Jackson, throw right side here, taken in by Bateman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Jackson going to hold on to it again. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Pretty ideal right there. Keep it yourself, get the first down, and get the heck out of bounds.
And knowing him, I believe he's thinking, I can get a few more yards if I just lower my shoulder. But he also hears that second voice in his head. His head coach and probably his agent, too, saying, get out of bounds, man. Don't do that.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another first down. One quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Dobbins running out of the gun. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Now it's Jackson. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. He finds his man, complete. That's Mayer. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. They'll look to throw here. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a halt. The Raiders on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by Rocky Sin. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A give, Dobbins trying the right side. It's a 1st down and more for Dobbins. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, 34 yards. And the Ravens turn that interception into a touchdown. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taken at the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. They'll look to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. He'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Mayer. And he is going to have the Raiders' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. That's caught left side. Myers with it. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've converted a 1/3 of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This will be 3rd and 6. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he is going to have the Raiders' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So a nice throw right there. And this, we all know, a big test for this young man at quarterback. He guided his team into the playoffs as a wild card. Now here he is on the road looking to get his guys to the 2nd round. It's certainly a tough task no matter how you slice it.
Oh, I absolutely agree 100%. And while no one around the franchise is going to, co-sign on what I'm about to say, because all they're focused on is winning this game. But let's face it, partner, no matter what happens in this one, they've got their quarterback to build their roster around the future. That's got to feel good for everyone associated with this team.
They'll look to throw again. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down.
Normally we're talking about a quarterback duel where they're matching each other pass for pass. How about the footwork in this one? Both of these guys running the ball well.
Yeah, they've mixed in the run game. You're exactly right. Now, both coaches might not like how much their quarterbacks have taken off, but another example right there of just good mobility. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 2nd and 4. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Here's Jacobs. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jacobs. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Raiders have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he's going to be sacked. They came after him. He couldn't get away. And this remains a 2-point game. And a failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
And the football back over to Baltimore and J.K. Dobbins. And as we peer at the numbers, he got off to a struggling start, but since then really found his rhythm.
And I think that comes together with not just the halftime adjustments, but just that quiet confidence. If you just keep doing the things you've been working on, eventually there will be creases. You know, find those gaps in the defense, keep working on them, and maybe what didn't happen very well for you in the beginning of the game, it starts to open up as the game moves on.
They'll go again with Sanders. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Now Jackson. He's going to drop this down to Sanders. The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on here to punt it away. This is brought in at the 21. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation.
And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a 1st down. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. They'll look to throw. Steps away. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left.
Looked at me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. And a wild card win moves them on to the divisional round.
Everyone plays all year long for the right to get into the tournament, as they like to call it. Wild card, divisional, doesn't matter to them. One moves on, one goes home.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL.